Today we are doing bash of making. We are mixing caustic acid 3,200 grams for 20 liters.
This one is cost, eh? We measured 1,600. So we measure 1,000 first. Now 600 we are going to measure it. called Stella Ofani. We are here for basso making. We are starting with the cost. We are mixing it. It will rest for 12 hours because it is hot. So after that one, if it is rest for 12 hours, next day we are going to mix it with the other chemicals.
I'm measuring a chemical called palm kernel. For it is like a 4,000 grams.
Yeah, this good.
Okay, yesterday we end up mixing our cost. That one is the rest for 12 hours. So today we are now mixing it with our chemicals. The name of the chemicals, one is the palm sterling. That one we measured 4,000 kilograms. And two is palm kilo. That one we measured 200 kilograms. And the other one is kaolin powder. That one we measured 1,000 grams. And the other chemical is called sodium silicate. That one we measured 6,000.
You listen. You tell her.
4,000.
This one is a chemical called palm sterling mixed with the palm kilo. The reason why we put it in fire because palm sterling is a bit hard. That's why we put it in fire so that it will mix it good. That's why we put it in the fire. That's why I also am mixing it like this. So we measured our chemicals, we put it in the bucket. We are now started to mix it. After mixing the chemicals, then after that we are going to pour it in the molds. The molds, the next day we unmold it. After unmold, we start to cut the soap.
I'm called Dakela Immaculate. I work with Child Voice as a caseworker, but I also help in training of bus soap making. Today we are in zone 2, point F, taking the beneficiaries through with the bus of training. When we are beginning the process of bus of training, we first begin with making of lye the previous day. So with yesterday, we first made our lye. Lye is a mixture of water and caustic. So we get a 10-liter jerrycan of water, then we mix, then we measure 1,600 grams of caustic. So after measuring, we pour in a bucket, then we pour the water and we mix it. So we fill it back in the jerrycan for the next day. So for today, we are making 20 bars of soap. So these are the measurements for the 20 bars. We begin with measuring our palm sterling. This is palm sterling. We measure 4,000 grams. After measuring 4,000 grams of palm sterling, we measure 2,000 grams of palm kernel. So these are the two fats that we have when we are making bar soap. So after measuring them, we pour them in a saucepan and we heat them to melt. So after heating them to melt, we have our buckets that we pour them in. After melting the fats, we pour them in our buckets. So when we pour them in the bucket, we wait for it to cool a little. After it has cooled, then we are going to measure another chemical, which is the kaolin clay. You either call it kaolin clay or kaolin powder. So it is this. It looks like this. So this one you measure 1,000 grams. So after measuring this, in the solution that we had melted, the fats that we had melted, we measure the kaolin clay and pour it in here. Then we stir for some minutes. Then after stirring that, then we shall measure our sodium silicate. Sodium silicate we measure 6,000 grams. But since our weighing scale does not permit us to go beyond 4,000, so we first measure 4,000 grams, then we pour, then we measure another 2,000, and then we pour. So that all is 6,000. So after that, we continue mixing it inside the bucket. Then after mixing a little, we shall add our lye that we mixed the previous day. So after we add the lye, the 10-liter jerrycan of lye, since we are making 20 bars of soap, so we shall add our lye to the solution and we mix. We shall stir for about 15 minutes. Then we add perfume to it to give a nice scent to the soap that we are going to produce. So after that, we shall stir. After we have added the perfume, we stir a little. Then we shall continue actually stirring until it becomes thick. When it looks now like yogurt, let me say. So we shall stir till when it's now yogurt form and it's thickening, we come and pour it here in our molds. This is what we call the molds. This mold, one mold like this, makes 20 bars of soap. So after the mixture from there, we come and pour it here in our molds. Then they sleep over for 24 hours. Then we unmold it the next day. Yes, so after unmolding, we put it here onto the cutting machine. This is what we call the cutting machine. So in this cutting machine, we have two partitions. We can see that clearly. This is the bigger part, and then this is the smaller part. So when we bring what we have unmolded, we place it here into the cutting machine. Then we first cut here into bigger pieces. Then after cutting into bigger pieces, then we transfer it here to cut them into bars. After cutting them into bars, we arrange them onto a table like that. We arrange them onto a table, then we let it also sleep overnight for it to harden a little, so that we are able to package them in caveras, and then we seal them, then we package them in boxes, then we are ready to take them to the market.
Right now, we are cutting our soba. Straight it.